Here we go.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
So I think it's been exactly a week since the last in-house. We've been trying to get the Saturday ones, you know, get some interest for them, but they seem to be not as popular at the moment. But the Monday one is the staple.
It seems to be the most stable for sure.
10 seconds
Well,
remaining.
we're going to put a poll up soon. Karen's going to organise it to ask for some different times on Saturday, because it's been traditional for over a year now, but obviously the amount of people playing on it has decreased, and we have different people playing now, so we think we might as well ask again. So we'll try. But first ban Lich, is there a reason behind that?
Dire team ban.
No, I don't know.
No. Okay. Well, I think we'll go with that. Very rare.
I was going
to
to say
Lich.
Tim played it twice last time, but he's actually on the team that banned it, so no explanation.
Is there a hero you want to play and you don't want to be against Lich? Lich is quite good anti-physical damage. Maybe not as good as Winter Wyvern, but the frost armor can be quite good. So, yeah, I don't know. Disruptor, that's an interesting one. We always talk about Disruptor being very popular amongst the players here, or at the moment anyway.
10 seconds remaining.
It has slipped through, so...
I wonder what will be first pick. Max's staple used to be Snapfire or Witch Doctor. I don't see them super often at the moment.
Snapfire's pretty good, I think, at the moment.
I like him.
Obviously, really popular at TI.
He
think
was.
Still the amount of damage you can do with the medallion or a blightstone is just unbelievable.
And then you usually ran it with Tide, which had great synergy. You both had minus armor, and you had a great ult combo as well. So it was hard to counter them because they have huge physical damage and huge magic damage, which is why I really like the pairing. So we'll see. They're thinking about it. Sand King and Bane gone. Their first pick is going to be Shadow Shaman.
It's a very max first pick, although Nathan's doing the drafting, so it must be just I reckon that's just someone was like, I feel like playing Shadow Shaman. They don't have a lot of support players on that team, so...
That is true. Max has played a fair bit of support. He plays pretty much 5 and 1, kind of alternates between them. Nats used to play a lot more support than he did. He used to be always playing support in ranked on Rubik and Windranger, right?
Yeah, he's playing a lot of Pos4 for a while. I think he still does in ranked games, but...
I do like Shadow Shaman in general, though. High damage, really good crowd control, and he's got pushing power, so...
I think it just goes back to like what can this hero not do? Classic argument for Shadow Shaman.
Short attack range and quite squishy, I suppose, are his weaknesses. Big mana costs as well.
There's so much damage that the short attack range means that he can still trade in lane.
If he can get to you, yeah. It's very hard for Shadow Shaman. There you go, there's a disruptor. I think it's hard for Shadow Shaman to trade with really high attack range heroes like AA, Lina, who's got really high attack range, more than normal. Obviously, like techies, you know. But anything he can't get close to, he struggles.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Disruptor, standard lane bully, great team fight. Sure, can't go wrong.
5 seconds remaining.
Wish I was any good at Disruptor, but absolutely hopeless. Do you play Disruptor?
Yeah, I play with Disruptor. I think it's pretty good. It's one of those heroes you've got to be so confident in just throwing the ult down, and then just going with it, no matter what. Committing for it, because it's quite a low cooldown. You just got to throw it down as soon as you get an opportunity, I think. Oh, and
well, now you've got a great amount of team fight. Tidehunter was banned in a lot of our previous in-houses. When I was playing in the in-house, it was just banned both times. I think a few times after that, it just kept being banned. Such a staple hero of Dota. Tide does everything. He's one of those heroes where there's no fault in Tide. Okay, he does suck against some melee heroes in lane, like Monkey King. Actually, that's the biggest counter to Tidehunter. I guess lots of ranged heroes really bully him in lane. Drow Ranger, for example, Clinks. But you just can't go wrong with Tidehunter.
Enigma, love to see that.
Who's going to play Enigma? Ollie. It's Ollie's hero, right? Or is it Midnight?
Yeah, it could be an Ollie hero. It can also be a Midnight hero. I could also see Max playing it, to be honest. But I don't think it really matters. They go straight for a silencer ban.
Yes, I think that's why it's a perfect time to pick Enigma, because now you can protect it with a ban. And yeah, I like Enigma. Tidehunter can't crack and shell off the Black Hole Midnight Pulse damage, so you can keep him in place. Got to be careful with Disruptor. He has a very long range interrupt with Glimpse, so you got to be careful in the early mid game. But I like Enigma. He's an auto lane win, right? Pretty much. You just deny the range creeper, then repeat that for the entire laning stage, and the core's suddenly down 500 net worth.
And they've already banned Rubik as well, so they don't even have to use that ban.
Yes, true. That's really
convenient. As soon as this guy... That pretty much means that, like, I would say the really good BKB piercing counters, a lot of them are snapped up already and dealt with. The only one left is probably Venge.
There's 3 I can think of. Venge, Winter Wyvern. Obviously can...
Wyvern's okay. I feel like you have to get items on Wyvern to use it, because the cast range on Winter is really bad.
Yes,
so you have to get an Aether Lens, and then you probably also have to get a Blink if you want to make sure you can cancel it quickly enough for it to be, valuable.
Yes, that's true. And maybe Winter Wyvern's not so easy to get off. There's an old classic, back when Enigma was really popular, a hero we don't see very often used to be considered the Enigma hard counter, and it was Clockwork, because his is a BKB piercing hook, which has, I think, goes up to 2,500 range, starts at 1,500, which is still more than the Blink Dagger. And yeah, that it even goes through BKB. Even if you get pulled to the Enigma, it doesn't matter, because the hook stuns instantly. So you're not going to get stuck in the black hole. So, but I don't know. See that they banned Faceless Void. They don't want to play against the Faceless Void Enigma again.
Clock Tide could be interesting. I think that's a lane that could go really well or really badly, so they could only really pick it if they match up, and I think they'll probably pick their 4 next, so I don't think we're going to see it, unfortunately.
I miss Clockwork. He was really popular high MMR for a while. Then he got nerfed quite a bit because he was so good, but we very rarely see it in in-houses. Just don't. No one's a Clockwork player. I mean, I played a bit, but I don't know anyone who plays Clockwork. He's one of my most played. But I played him
Wobber plays Clockwork.
Oh, that kind of fits with his task.
At least used to, yeah. I think he stopped playing it. Well, I mean, the hero's been really bad for like over a year now in terms of meta.
Yeah, right? Clockwork got put in this position where he was only good in the pro scene, and the pubs he was just useless. You had to be so good at him, and we didn't see him very often. Other than that, they still nerfed him, so he's in an interesting spot at the moment. The biggest nerf was a while ago when it only takes 2 hits to kill the early cogs, the like rank 1 and 2 cogs. So it's very easy to just walk out of them in the early game.
And then also money.
Yes, you get a fair bit actually, killing the cogs.
Yeah,
you don't have a lot of time, but you have to kill them quick. So lots of cores being banned. Kunkka, Faceless Void, Luna, now Gyrocopter as well. Obviously Nat does pretty well with the Gyro, and they're gonna pick Pudge. That counters the black hole. You can hook your allies out of it as well if you have no line of sight of Enigma. Yeah, sure. I like it. Actually, quite smart.
Yeah, I like that as well. You can help with... It helps the Shadow Shaman as well, because if Shadow Shaman's shackling someone, you just hook them, or hook Shadow Shaman. Both targets are still... It's quite a good way you can get people out of ward traps. I think it's a pretty smart Pudge pick, but it's also punishable, I think. It comes back to... If they pick a Drow now, that top lane... Pudge Tide is probably not going to be so happy if they pick some really aggressive ranged safe lane combo that can just hit this lane. They might be able to punish it.
But then it's up to Pudge to try to land those hooks, I suppose. So it's still a gamble. It's always a gamble when you play against a Pudge.
It is a gamble, but I think...
Lifesteal I'd like to see, actually. How about that? That's good against Pudge and Tide.
Also good.
Just doesn't matter if you get hooked. Just hit them. Pudge is no armor. Same with Tide. Tide might have Kraken Shell. No armor on Tide.
I think Lifesteal is kind of bad against Disruptor and Pudge at the same time, though, because he just gets ult. So they've gone with the Bear, which I think is better.
Yes, Ursa will dismantle a Pudge. Pretty good against Tidehunter as well. It's actually a weird kind of lane, Tide versus Ursa. It depends on who is better, I think. It's actually a skill matchup, because Tide can bully the Ursa, but then if Ursa gets enough hits on Tide, he will eventually kill him, but the Ursa might have died before then. So it's an interesting matchup. I like it.
Radiant team ban.
Ooh, that is a hero we very, very rarely see in in-houses. Naga Siren. Against Ursa, I like it. It's very good against Ursa. High armor, illusions, way more damage than Ursa. You can net him as well, so keep him in place for a long time. You've got Song of the Siren. If Ursa pops his ult and you need to get away from him, Song of the Siren. You can cancel the black hole with it. You can get away from the tombstone if your team's just getting destroyed by a well-placed tombstone. Sure, farms way faster than this. I like it.
Ensnare? Cancel black hole?
I don't think roots cancel anymore. Some do. It's a very strange interaction.
That's
it counts
why,
for
because you can get the
TPs.
Ags on Naga Siren, and it makes that spell really, really good. It
I don't
pierces
even
spell
know what
immunity,
Naga's Ag
increases
does.
it makes net pierce spell immunity, increases the cast range by 400, and reduces the cooldown by about 6 seconds. It is very strong. it's really, really strong.
So it's you have to pay quite a lot of money, but you're just buffing one spell. So yeah, you're right. The cooldown goes to it by 6 seconds. Okay, so from 14 to 8, and increases the cast range by 400. Is that worth? Oh, you can use it on spell immune or sleeping units. Interesting.
Yeah, so when you ult, you can net someone first, like whilst
Yeah.
you're ulting, and then
Okay.
bring them up. I've seen it be used very effectively.
That's very. I've never seen a Naga. Well, I've not seen Naga much at all, but prioritizing the Aghanims. I mean, yeah, it makes the spell almost spammable. I like it. Against
Stats
an
on an
Ursa,
illusion hero
yes,
as
true.
well.
And for kiting a hero like Ursa, that's going to be great, isn't it? Because you net him. Well, kite a little bit, the net's going to be up again. You've got Diffusal Blade. I like Naga. The thing I want to see about Naga, though, is tends to be quite a late game hero, or at least wants to farm. If you're committed to farming, you need to get the Manta before you get the Diffusal Blade, because your farm is so much quicker once you get Manta. But if I see Diffusal first, I'm expecting a Naga to be committed to fighting. If he builds Diffusal and then doesn't fight, then I'm thinking you should have just gone ahead and got the Manta. So we'll see. I don't know what Naga is like these days.
I would say it's a Manta game against Undying and Enigma and Shadow Shaman. They've got some quite strong early game. I would probably commit to farming.
Yes, I would.
Although they do have some team fight. He does have a good team fight with his team, I suppose, because we mentioned Titan Disruptor are really good. So it depends on these last two mid laners and how passive or aggressive they are, whether they can actually decide on the are we going to fight or are we going to farm.
Yes, I agree. I think it could go either way. Death Prophet, is that good against Naga Siren? I don't know. I guess it does high amounts of damage, but Death Prophet doesn't famously shred illusions, especially really tanky ones like Naga Siren. So we'll see how that goes. Great against Purge, great against Tidehunter. If Death Prophet's got the ult up, probably doesn't care about being stuck in a Disruptor ult. Can just walk around and kill you with the spirits. Can use herself to buy some time. BKB's going to be up on her anyway. So yeah, it's fine. It's a very aggressive team. You've got great push. You've got Enigma, Undying, Shadow Shaman, and Death Prophet. You have a push lineup.
I think it's a case of if they can work out which one the real Naga is and lock it down with Shadow Shaman, then Ursa can shred it. But I think that because of the amount of counter initiate from Tide, Purge, Disruptor, they're not going to be able to reliably get that off. So then it's to be a bit of a. I think it's a bit scary for Radiant, to be honest.
I think Radiant do have a good chance. They've got a more early game aggressive team. Look how good their Roche is. They've got Ursa, and then they can commit any one of their ultimates. And they go with Queen of Pain. I like Queen of Pain against Death Prophet in general. Obviously, you've got to be careful with the silence. It's good at kiting Ursa because Shadow Strike lasts 15 seconds, and it goes up to 21 seconds, I think, with the talent. High amount of damage. Yeah, you can't. I mean, they've not got a lot of lockdown, I suppose, apart from the Shadow Shaman. So you can pretty much get away on Quap if you don't get Black Hold. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, me too.
All right, who's playing the Undying then? It's going to be Veteran Undying. Midnight's on the Shadow Shaman. I think he's usually known for the axe, but also can play support. Ollie Enigma, of course. And Nat's played a lot of Ursa recently, so I think he's quite comfortable with the hero.
I think it's a really good hero at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, he's been a good hero for ages. The Battle Fury meta was quickly replaced by the Diffusal Blade meta.
Well, as soon as the Shard Diffusal build came in, that was it. The hero was god tier.
Yeah, pretty much.
The Shard is just insane.
The Shard is amazing. I think Gigi's also played a fair bit of Queen of Pain in recent Inhouses. I really like to see Queen of Pain, obviously my most played hero. I'm just not a fan of Tomato Quap. But
Prepare for battle.
I purposely didn't even bother going for it.
Oops, was that me?
And I think the alternate skin looks awful, I think, for Quap. The one where she's like really blue. Which is kind of what she looks like normally.
Weird. I feel like most of the Quap skins just look like Quap. At least this one doesn't just look like Quap, I feel like.
Yeah, it's still recognizable as the hero. I like the ultimate with the Arcana. It's really nice.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Time for Quap Yules. Yeah, I think you will need Yules on Quap this game because there's a lot of silences you've got to be careful for. You can obviously get rid of the Malefice. You can Yules the Ursa. You can sit in Disruptors. Not Disruptors, it's your team. The Yules maybe also be picked up on the Death Prophet. Then Death Prophet can sit in Yules, Spirits killing everyone while also ulted by the Disruptor. So we shall see. What's this game? Having a look at the starting items. Anything unusual? Not particularly. See how Naga plays as well. Already used the mirror image.
Oh, I've just realised it's Undying against 2 strength melee heroes in bot. That could be a bit scary.
Yes, I did see that, but I didn't think about
for good and all.
the ramifications of that pick. But we will see.
They give up 3 runes. They fear the hook. They fear the hook too much. Too much respect for the hook.
Well, just having Pudge does that effect. But I feel like people definitely overplay how good the bounty runes are. Oh, look, who is winning this? It's Undying versus Pudge. I think Undying wins this in the long run. Maybe not. Level 1 decay, 10-second cooldown. Yeah, Pudge is going to win it. Wow, impressive. But I mean, a bounty rune is one last hit, basically, for each player on your team. I mean, that can be fixed by just last hitting better for like 1 second. How big are your minimap icons? Oh yeah, I always forget to change the minimap icons. I mean, often I remember, but yeah, I forgot this time. I change it back every time I play Dota. To 200%. There we go. I fixed it, Karen. All right. Better. I like the max size because then it makes looking at the minimap easier. Yeah, because it's, you know, easier map awareness, I suppose. Yeah.
The layers mean you can lose the detail though.
Yeah, that's why for casting.
How many heroes?
For casting, it's annoying because I want to see how close everyone is to see if there's a fight happening. But in my game, I just want to see a massive yellow arrow point on my screen. And I go, okay, someone's coming through. Look at Midnight putting the harass onto Jabate Mail. Even with that shorter attack range, if you just run aggressively at them, it's fine. Doesn't matter. No, I do that myself. Tim is taking so much damage, gets absolutely deleted. Veteran went for Tombstone level 2, and it actually paid off, and Ross somehow found a kill on Juju, even though Ross is full HP, and I mean, how did that happen?
I think he got out-traded, and then Juju was greedy with his bottle on the courier. As you can see, he was sticking around waiting for his bottle to arrive, and got a bit too greedy, and ended up just catching a spell.
Ross, even though he didn't need it, despite laying against a Quap, Ross did start tangos. I saw Juju went the real greed, no tango start. And I'm always a bit, I don't know, tangos are cheap and you can always use them later, even if you do rush bottle. And it looks like Midnight actually got killed by Super Noodles, who TP'd to the top lane, so they had a tri-lane top. Get the hook. You weren't expecting the hook, were you? You knew Purchase in the bot lane, and suddenly you get hooked. Why has Ollie forgotten the memory span of this guy? And Super Noodles just runs out Ollie. And I think he's in a bit of trouble. There's the Rot trying to do enough damage to Super Noodles, but I don't think you're going to be able to. There goes the hook. And another kill. So the rotation from Super Noodles has been already fantastic. To send Midnight back to Bay. Oh, no. That is sad. So Tim is playing Tidehunter, famously good for staying alive in a 2 versus 1, but Ursa Undying. One can take your strength, the other one can and then spawn a load of zombies. The other one hits harder and harder and harder, no matter how tanky you are. I don't know, I think it's quite rough for a Tidehunter.
It's better than having Pudge here, though, because Pudge just gives them more strength.
Oh yeah, Pudge was not going to do anything in the bot lane. So he's done the right thing. Going Tranquil Boots rush on the Pudge. He's actually already got the Tranquil Boots. Means he can rot away as much as he wants. And where's Ollie gone to farm? Ross actually, so it's Ross mid. Ross has gone to farm the small camp. Backwards Hello actually doing quite well with farm. They found Midnight. Midnight's in a lot of trouble. They've already got the net. And there we go, the tri-lane strikes again. And that is sad for Midnight because he has no TP. Actually will be up by the time he respawns, but whew. Noodles having so much impact. That Ollie is getting
pretty big rotations. I really like the way they're playing it.
Yes, I like that they thought right. Sorry, Tim, I know you're going to struggle to get any last hits, but this is a terrible lane for me. Goodbye. I'm going to win top. So Tim can just stack. Tidehunter can't really farm the jungle from level free unless you're going to farm the easy and medium camps. The problem is the camps in the triangle are really hard. Yeah, ancient plus hard camps. Top lane, another fight. Ollie's in trouble. Midnight gets the shackle. Or they glimpse Ollie back. He's in the rot slow, but rot slow level 1 barely slows at all. How much is the slow? 14%. Well, he's blocked in by the illusions, but the illusions aren't attacking because the poor micro from backwards hello. Ollie uses the salve. Actually, they will get a kill. And now it's Veteran's turn to turn up. Big heal onto Ollie. Double kill for Midnight. A tiny bit better micro on the Naga, and that actually was a kill on Ollie. But he gets away by salving himself up for about 20 HP. And yeah,
That's
now he's a tri-lane.
Max needs to realize he should stay here as well, because undying against the tri-lane just means win. Let the Ursa 1v1 the Tide.
Easily, yeah.
He's going to win that. He's going to win that easily. He doesn't care. Stay up here.
Yeah, he is winning that because Tim, he's trying to farm the jungle, but Tide's now got those early level 3 points now in Fury Swipes and Orb of Corrosion. Tide cannot stay in this lane. If Tide's ahead, Tide is really good against Ursa, but when Ursa gets this much farm to start off, yeah, you got no chance, I'm afraid.
Look at the denies on the bear.
Yeah,
wow.
and Ursa is famously pretty much the worst hero for denying because his base damage is so low and Fury Swipes doesn't apply on your own creeps. So it's very hard to deny an Ursa. But yeah, he's doing a good job. It's top lane, bit of a fight. Ollie denies the catapult, I think. Naga split, has the net. Net on Veteran. Oh no, the problem with Veteran is he has very low armor. Does heal himself. And is that going to keep him alive? No. And Super Noodles, he's also going to be fine. Oh no, is he? Midnight comes in with the right click, gets a killing spree for Midnight. This is an interesting game. The minus armor, even rank 1. Oh, rank 1 Riptide's only -2 armor. I didn't realize it scales 2, 4, 6, 8, which is unusual for a minus armor ability. But that's what it does. Oh, Midnight just runs in aggressively because he knows Veteran is here. Does he drop the tombstone? He's thinking about it. Now he drops it. Is Jabate going to turn around? You've got the heal for Midnight. Don't even need it. Super Nils is here, thinking about what to do. They're going to try and hit the tombstone. He heals the tombstone. It's not much though, but it is going to be enough to kill backwards alone. And that is what matters. Very nice play from Veteran.
I'm loving the chaos up in this top line.
I like tri-lane v tri-lane. It's been a long time.
It's been so long.
It is, yeah. I really like it. And what has happened?
On a hook.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see it. I need to just keep my camera permanently here. Veteran, he's a tanky boy. 15 stick charges were used, and he has a soul rip, which he may use on himself. Or not. He's actually just going to salve himself. He does have a fair bit of mana, obviously trying to save it for something. Nat is happy with the chaos happening in top lane because he's saying, well, their POS 1 is constantly having to fight. I'm just getting complete free farm down here. Although the last hit somehow actually still so good for the Naga. I mean,
backwards hello is the one, and the tomb is more money than
another kill under the tower.
Oh my god.
That is true. I mean, kills do give you gold. And backwards hello is 113, about to go 213. That's just pretty much a solo kill. The power of Naga Siren. You don't take Song of the Siren early. That's another way to make the hero stronger in the early game. And
Tim on bot? Is he going to die here?
I think Tim...
Kraken Shell might have just saved him.
That's 5 Fury Swipes, 6 Fury Swipes, 1 more hit. Look at the damage. That last hit was about 1,000 damage. Maybe
and of course, it doesn't get... I presume it doesn't get reduced by Anchor Smash because the debuff applies to the base damage and not... So he Anchor Smashed him and still took 1,000,000 damage.
That's why Slark versus Tide I'm not so worried because you think, oh, Slark builds up Agi, but you're taking away such a high percentage of his health, of his damage, sorry, that it doesn't actually matter. Whereas Ursa, no, he is eventually going to kill you. Maybe first 2 or 3 hits don't do anything, and then it really starts to hurt. So there's no sustained fighting against Ursa. It would be a gush Anchor Smash and then run back. That's how I play it. But
it's Ravage. They look like they're going to use it now. Because Juju's coming down as well.
Is it going to be enough to kill now? I mean, Nat's still got his ultimate. No, he's used the ultimate. There comes the Ravage, but it's a little bit too late. Oh, never mind. There's the ultimate from Juju. It is going to get a kill. Nat instantly turns away. TP's away. He actually gets out. Fantastic realization that after Ravage, there's absolutely no stun. But Juju will pick up 150 gold for the tombstone, and he's going to use the regen. Yeah, just TP out. Exactly. Where's Naga Siren? Doing a bit of farming. I mean, backwards hello, he really knows what he's doing with Naga Siren. I'm impressed with the play. That was one unfortunate fail with the illusion micro, but right now he's farming. He farmed this camp. He's also farming the easy camp. Midnight will see that. Tries to lure the illusions out so it doesn't get blocked.
Yeah.
Still gets blocked. Oh, going for a Kura kill. Looks like Midnight's taking a lot of damage. It is rank 2 Thunderstrike. They've also got Glimpse. They can always bring him back. They are going to bring him back. Put him in the kinetic field. Give back this hello the kill. Very nice. That's a 4 times kill streak ended on a Shadow Shaman. Because he picked up every single kill. So 343 gold. Going Manta first. See, Backwards Hello knows what he's doing.
That bot rotation, I think, really hurt the Dire because they ended up using two of their ultimates, and Death Prophet said, "Fine, you can go attempt to kill my Ursa. He'll just TP out, and I'll take your mid tower."
Yeah.
So that's a bit scary for the Dire side. With that, next Exorcism is gonna get used again, and maybe get another tower.
I just want to actually compliment everyone on how well they're farming. Usually people struggle for 50 last hits by 10 minutes, and that's what you'd see and say that's okay. 77 Death Prophet, 72 Backwards Slow, despite being in a tri-lane with 6 kill participation. Oh, there's a hit onto Midnight under the tower. He thought he'd get away with the shackles, but that just leaves you as a sitting duck. Ross is hit. Big damage going. Super Noodles. Maybe it was worth it. Tombstone has dropped. They're diving. Yeah, these supports are going down. They're going for Jabate Mail first. He will die. Super Noodles tries to dig up something, but he just gets slapped to death by Veteran, so it was all worth it. Bit of a bait.
I was probably going to go as well.
Yeah, you've also got some Eidolons with 47 damage. I want to say Tim had a very, very difficult lane, but still managed to pick up 45 losses. Not too bad at all. He is skipping Hood of Defiance. He is skipping Arcane Boots, skipping Phase Boots. He's just going straight Blink. That's the Tim way. Which I think's fine. Yeah,
that's fine this game. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm never. No one is ever thinking, you know, if only our Tide had a Hood of Defiance instead of a Blink Dagger. But as the Tide player, definitely you can tend to get away without Blink straight away and tank up a little bit.
He's against Ursa and Enigma. If he gets Black Hole, it's doing nothing. If he gets hit by Ursa, Hood's doing nothing. It's not going to help him survive, I don't think. So he might as well just get a Blink and
Mech
kill
is also
instead.
an item, but yeah, you're right. Nothing is really going to save you from Ursa or Black Hole, is it? So might as well just pick up the Blink Dagger, which I agree. We'll see what he builds after the Blink Dagger. He's got lots of options. There's a bit of an attempt on that. That will be okay. Whereas the Naga Siren took a bit of damage here. Doesn't have Song of the Siren. Now, I said you can delay Song of the Siren, but it's level 9, so he's playing it very, very risky by still not having it.
He's actually holding a point.
Right, we've got a bit of a fight here. We dropped the ultimate onto Nat, but it's not going to be quite enough damage to get the Black Hole. Black Hole on 2. Super Noodles has used the hook, but is there enough follow-up? Yes, there is. Ross goes in. There's the silence. Massive double kill again from Midnight. This guy, level 5 Shadow Shaman, walks in at 11 minutes and just ether shocks for a double kill. Yeah, he's got 6 kills. 6 kills on the Shadow Shaman.
And that's the last tier 1 to go.
He's still level 5 though, it's quite sad. He really would like to be level 6 so he can help push these towers. Maybe he didn't get the tome, but he's going to have it soon. Let's have a look at net worth now to see where everyone is at. Naga Siren on top. The Dire are thinking, we're okay. Our Naga is basically free farming multiple camps at the same time. And if you're a good Naga...
Yeah, the Manta.
Yeah, oh wow, Manta is pretty close. Yeah, pretty close. And if you're a good Naga player, you'll have set up some hotkeys so you can control your illusions and very quickly send them into different camps. Tim just tanks Ross, not a problem. Walks away. Has his Blink Dagger already. Blink Dagger Soul Ring, ready for a team fight. Dire, they see Veteran, but Veteran doesn't have Tombstone. Not a good place for him to be, though. He is surprisingly durable. Ollie does a weird blink, and therefore the Dire get out. Okay, nothing happens. Backwards hello with that Manta already. 13 minutes has a full Manta style. So now has Manta and the split. As you can see, Nat is trying to deny him the ability to farm by just smashing into those Manta illusions. Bit of a fight mid. We've got the shackle, but it looks like Midnight's in a lot of trouble. Tim doesn't really need to drop Ravage. They're just going to drop the ultimate from GG. Big damage. And will Veteran escape? Nope, absolutely not. Because once you've committed to a fight with Disruptor, you're never ever escaping. And there we go. Tim didn't even drop the Ravage, so still holding it. Yes, we did drop Sonic Wave, but I think Quap should be using her ult every opportunity. Ravage, you've of course got to save. Bit of a fight happening in the top lane. Nat is going first item, Diffusal, but still has a little bit of a way to go. Backwards so already with the Manta. They're still chasing Nat. Tim doesn't mind tanking up. Nat's still got his ultimate. They dropped the wards, I think, a little bit too early, I'm afraid, because they're now going to sit there and doing very little. Maybe an attempted ward trap, not sure.
Yeah, I think it's just a bit of a panic button, but that's okay.
Radiant have a lot of vision. I'm looking at Radiant's vision at the moment. They can see everyone die. Veteran goes in for it anyway, but that is a massive mistake because he didn't realize there was an Orchid. You've got the hook onto Midnight. Great reactions on the Hex, but he's still going to go down. They finally dropped the Dismember. Double kill for Juju. Radiant had vision of all of that, so I'm surprised that he still went in. It's Dire who actually didn't have enough vision. Well, actually, they can see here. But, yeah, Radiant knew that was happening. So both supports throwing their lives away. It's just a bit of a farm fest, but Dire actually benefit from a late game farming team.
Well,
so,
you said it's a farm fest, but it's almost like, 2 kills a minute.
Farm fest for the Naga, who had a really... You're right, it's been a lot of kills. But this is perfect because Naga now just gets to farm for the Naga. Yeah, farm fest for Naga. But everyone else on the team's fighting all the time. And look, here we go again. Ross, can we get him? He's got the Yules. Is that enough to save him? Delays him for a little bit. Orchid. But look at that goes in. They drop the Ravage. Perfect use of the Ravage. Will Tim still die? The Dire team have just completely abandoned Tim. They're like, sorry, Tim, you're not really worth anything. Oh, one more hit. Yeah, and that does get it, and he will be safe. Buyback from Ross. Getting a kill on Ross and a buyback is really big. Yes, he does come back to life, come back into the fight. But was it worth it? He does have his ultimate.
Sure, the buyback was needed. After they use the Ravage, they can't really fight the rest of his team. He doesn't need to be there for his team to win that fight. They had Black Hole, so I think it's a bit of a scary buyback, but we'll see if they can use the ult to push.
Yeah, I guess that's the justification. It's I really, really want to be putting pressure on tier 2 towers now, so I'm going to buy back on the Death Prophet and just use my ultimate straight away. In that case, I can see it's worth it. It does drop his net worth a little bit, but it means Radiant can push towers because they know Naga is doing nothing but farm. I mean, look at the last hits. 60 ahead of everyone else on the Naga already. We're only 16 minutes into this game. And it's just going to get worse as Naga is, I think, maybe the fastest farmer in Dota. I'm not entirely sure. Obviously, Alchemist is cheating, so maybe Alchemist wins ultimately. But Naga with Manta, I mean, one illusion at this point is strong enough to kill an entire camp. And you can create how many illusions? Like 5 illusions? Yeah. So with Manta, I mean, and you have the main hero, it's ridiculous. Right, bit of a fight going to break out here. Juju actually blinks away, sees Ross and is scared. Doesn't have Yules or BKB on Juju, so a Swan Silence means death. Veteran, they have the option to glimpse him, they're not going to. And that, he just goes back to farm. Has that Diffusal Blade, so you've got to stay away from him. Nat does need to get something to deal with the Orchid, though, because Orchid is so good against Ursa.
I need to go into Roche already.
Diffuser on the Naga Siren is going to be strong. Dropping the ultimate immediately on Ollie. Is it enough damage to kill him? No, Ollie's going to be fine, but he is being hit by Shadow Strike. Just TP's out. Never mind, gets glimpsed. He is actually going to go down. And they got a hook. Managed to find another kill over there. Kill onto Veteran. I think Midnight's in a bit of trouble here. Yeah, he's going to go down. Another double kill for Juju, who still had a haste rune. Wow, this is Dire putting on so much pressure. Meanwhile, Naga just farms.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think Radiant could do with, honestly, just getting a smoke up, getting into Roche, just let the Ursa kill it, drop the wards if you want to, and then you can play around the pit with Black Hole, and there's not really much they can do. But now the Ravager's back up, it's more scary.
Oh, Tim, a bit far forward.
Although,
oh no, the hook! It doesn't just land. So Tim, unfortunately, will go down.
Died to Orb of Corrosion.
Oh, was it? I wonder.
Yeah,
what
he didn't right click him.
Orb of Corrosion is 3 damage per second.
3 damage, yeah.
I wonder why it does any damage at all, to be honest.
Does it cancel Blink?
I don't think so.
Okay, then yeah, it's pointless.
I don't know. I think Blink has to take at least 10 damage. Instance. But I can't remember.
Juju has scouted the Roche.
Well, he's just standing in it. He sees that. They have no sentry. I mean, Juju can just take this. Honestly. Because they've got no detection. Level 15 on that, though. He is a scarily high level. Oh my god, Juju doesn't take it.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh, he does. Oh, Song of the Siren. Absolutely beautiful. Then he takes the H, and Nat is thinking, oh no. They do get the Roche kill. They drop the Tombstone. Ravage is going to be used to die. Have enough damage. We don't have the ultimate from Juju, but doing a lot of damage. Midnight, is he going to go down? No, there's a massive Black Hole onto 2. Gets the backwards, so that's already a good kill. We're going to get Tim. This is actually still looking good for Radiant, despite the fact that they lost the Aegis and Juju. He's only level 13, level 16 Bear running around. Ross finds yet another kill in the back, gets kill on Debate Mail. And Ollie going aggressive. Look at the power of the Sorop. They take the Aegis down too. That did not go at all well for the die. Out comes the hook, tries to save him, actually ends up hooking Nat in. And now Juju's going to go down because he's just used his blink.
Yeah, that's insane. I did not think that would go that well after the Aegis went down like that. But credit there, they must...
start. I mean, you think it's perfect. They even dropped Ravage as well. Ravage, and they've stolen the Aegis. They couldn't kill Midnight in time because not enough damage. So Midnight does eventually go down. But then there's a massive black hole from Ollie, followed by Ross just charging in with his ultimate. Dire immediately split up and go in different directions. And then Radiant are just chasing them down. So yeah, it was... it didn't at all go well for them. Well, there's a hook onto Ollie. That's pretty much a free kill. So Dire able to defend their base. They've also glimpsed back Nat. So this could be a really big kill on Nat. He does have TP. There's no way he escapes this. Nice use of Dismember. Actually still finds a kill. Will go down 549 gold for the Naga Siren. And now they found Veteran. So Veteran is going to go down as well. There we go. Triple kill for the Naga. So that massive advantage that we just talked about pretty much evaporating before their very eyes. Naga getting all the kills. Oh no, we found Midnight. He's got no mobility item, went for Ether Lens first item, gets Diffuser Bladed, then an Orchid, and goes instantly down. So Nat still has a 2-level lead on the Naga Siren, which I think is quite impressive. But I guess that's the problem with Naga. You tend to farm with your illusions, they don't give you XP.
Yeah. Not that she's right. I think... she's going for the heart next, but I feel like Skadi does everything that a heart does for her, but a little bit better.
Skadi is
against
nice.
Against the Death Prophet specifically, and an Undying.
Undying heal
is quite a lot.
Ursa has lifesteal. I guess Heart is just a little bit tankier, 45 strength, as well as you get some HP for yourself. But yeah, I would agree. He even took the 15 strength talent instead of more mirror image damage. So just wants to get the illusions as tanky as possible, rather than making him hit harder. I don't think you're going to kill the fastest hero in Dota, but this gives time for everyone to TP the Song of the Siren. But that's a lot of illusions, though. Is that going to be enough? Oh, Ross is taking so much damage. They drop the ultimate. Yeah, Debate Mo's held him in place. Backward Slow has to kite back for a little bit, but they will find a kill on Ross. Now Ollie's in a lot of trouble. He's only level 11. Why is this Enigma solo level? Really low. He's low as all the supports, but Nat does manage to find a kill on Super Noodles, who just went way too far forward for some reason. So 1-for-1 trade, but I think if you're getting a kill on Ross, who also still waiting on his buyback penalty, I'd say that's worth it. Yeah, but imagine if he had a Skadi on him there, he wouldn't have healed for nearly as much. Probably would have solo killed him before any of that stuff happened, because they're slow as well. Which is why I think that item would be crazy good for him. But he'll probably just farm it in 2 minutes after he finishes the heart anyway. So true, a heart does let you regen back to full HP and then just go farm.
Yep.
So I can understand that.
And just reset the fights quicker as well. You know, if you start an engagement badly and have to reset, you're ready to go very quickly.
Yeah, that's true.
The song just gives you a nice big heal.
I wonder if you'll get the shard. It's an interesting one. It makes the Song of the Siren heal a decent chunk. I think 35% HP for your whole team. Would be good. I don't think he needs
to buy it though, because I think it's more of a he's the most important hero now.
They find a kill. And Ollie's actually used his BKB. He does manage to get out, but they have glimpsed back Veteran. Veteran is now hiding in the trees, but he gets found by Debate Mail. There comes the Orchid and a hook. Secure the kill. Super Noodles says, I did need my flesh heap stacks. Despite the fact that we are 23 minutes in the game, this guy's been in 13 kills. He's not leveled flesh heap.
What?
So that's odd. I mean, I see a lot of pudges even taking 1 point at it early just because it gives 12% magic resist, which is quite nice, but no points flesh heap. He even took the talent for +4 armor over flesh heap with 13 stacks. So, interesting choice. But you know, he is entitled to do what he wants.
Yeah. The second I got a kill, I think I'd level flesh heap. I don't play pudge, but I'd be so greedy with it. I know.
Yeah, I definitely think 12% magic resistance as well. I don't know what sort of damage he's taking. Maybe he thinks, I just need the armor, but he's soon level 11. He's the lowest level in the game. I'm just surprised that Tim is 16, but Ollie is only 12. And he had some good black holes and some fights too. I just don't know why he ended up so underleveled. But I guess it doesn't matter though. You're Enigma at the end of the day. It does mean the
now has
Midnight Pulse
BKB black hole, so
yeah, BKB black hole. That's it. That's the combo. Backwards hello.
nothing else required.
Level 18. Heart of Tarrasque up. Going Butterfly next item actually. I did think maybe Butterfly. It's quite good against Ursa. It doesn't help against Death Prophet, Black Hole, or anything else though. Whereas Skadi maybe just tanks you up a little bit extra, but. Anyway,
That
it does
level
make you
18
survive
song
Ursa.
is pretty powerful as well. On an 80-second cooldown, you can really just use it whenever you feel like you want to catch something or whatever.
That's true. Nice talent at level 20 as well. An extra illusion or 12% higher chance of Riptide. Ross in a lot of trouble. Does have yours. Really waiting for it. Is this team going to help him? Or are they not? They are going to get a kill on Ross. Nat goes in. I'm not sure if that was a good idea. He might be regretting that. He does drop the BKB. They get his longest BKB charge. Backward slow is not dying to Nat apart from the black hole. Black hole song. What happened to the song? It's still out. Okay. So the song has completely expired. Ollie held him in place for the entire song with his BKB ultimate. So when the song ran out, Nat just ran in. And what a fantastic play that was. Nat gets sent back. That is not good for the Naga.
Yep. 2 or not quite 9-second BKBs. Wait, how did Ollie use his other one? I didn't see him use his other BKB charge. Anyway,
he did to escape. He was dying.
Two high duration BKBs just to kill Naga, and it's a pretty big kill, I think, at this point in the game.
Yeah, fantastic BKB from Ollie. Means that he just ignored the entire Song of the Siren. So, you know, Ollie's still only level 14. Doesn't matter. He's playing Enigma. And in fact, if that means the experience has gone to his cause, not a bad thing. Level 19 Death Prophet, level 20 Ursa, who's now got plus 12 Fury Swipes damage, which is, you know, just free damage. So why not?
Yep. Good against tanky heroes as well, like Hyde and Naga.
Yeah, it is hard
for... end up hitting them a lot.
It's hard for Nat to take down Naga, but when you've got the crowd control of Black Hole, Shadow Shaman, etc., I hear someone's been picked off. Hook on to Ollie. Unfortunately, he might have been the hero of the last fight, but Blink Dagger from Super Noodles. Now he's got Flesh Heap, immediately gets 20 strength from it. Just walks into Nat and immediately dies. It's not the best play, but see, look at Nat being kited by the Shadow Strike. It lasts so damn long. But he actually is just going to walk it off. Then he gets netted. He gets orchided. He does have the BKB. He doesn't pop it in time. Tim goes from the rabbit. I hope the team knew. A lot of damage, but Nat does get the BKB off in time. Look at the damage he's doing to Tim. Song of the Siren, but it's a little bit too late. Nat's BKB is still on, but it should run out soon. It has run out. Juju also goes disengaged. Nat is so strong.
Yeah.
BKB at, what, like 30% health, and then deletes a Tidehunter.
The heal from the Undying with the Greaves Soul Rip.
Oh, he's got Greaves. Okay, that's why the heal's coming in. You have the Static Storm. This is a lot of damage backwards hello. They drop the ultimate as well. Nat is still silent, so actually gets knocked out of it. Can he kill backwards hello? He's trying to fight a Naga Siren. Naga Siren who also has Manta. But that's 11 charges of Fury Sword. It's 500 more damage taken. And look at him. He just turns around and just deletes Pudge yet again. But now he's out of mana and he finally will go down. 567 gold goes to Juju. And I think Ross is just going to wander away. But they have found Veteran. He's only a level 12 support, so fairly straightforward kill. But interestingly, if Ursa gets enough hits, can even kill a Naga Siren.
Yeah, this is so back and forth right now. It's such a volatile game.
I mean, look at the gold graph in the game and see what you think.
Oh wow!
What's the biggest difference? Like, the 12% gold is the biggest difference, which is so tight.
And the win percentage is right split 50-50 right now, so...
Wow, well there we go. We couldn't ask for a closer game. But at the moment we've got Naga, top net worth, destroying Roshan with all the illusions. Unfortunately, it does mean Roshan will stomp on you continually. But it's fine.
Nathan needs to hopefully, well, I think if Bakutello does this well, he'll hide this butterfly until it's fully ready, and then Ursa might be in a really tough spot. And that might be the tipping point in the Ursa can't deal with Naga factor.
That is true. You don't let the enemy know that you need to start building that. Oh, Ollie thinks it. Midnight Pulse doesn't do anything. Like you said, you don't want the Ursa to know that he should be thinking out an MKB. He sees it, the whole butterfly, and goes, I need an MKB. Oh, but I'm halfway to Satanic. Maybe he's just bought his Reaver, and then he sees the butterfly, and then he's in a really tough spot because 35% mischance is really bad.
Naga has bought the Eagle Song though, so
okay, maybe
that warning sign has been maybe given if he spots it in time.
Well, he can
We'll
see it
see.
on an illusion, so yeah, I think I would have done what you did. I know you're losing 25 agi while you wait for the butterfly, but I think I still would have waited for the whole butterfly.
Yeah, in this situation, I think you just wait. Because that's good. Or to be fair, he spent the whole time in base and he almost has it, so...
That's true. Right, well, Nat has his own bit of evasion. That dropped immediately, but it is only 16%. I don't think Naga really cares that much. Maybe Naga will find her own one. Then it's 40-something% evasion, I think.
The difference between us having enough mana, though.
Debate melt. Level 14, he's going to be fine. Just glimpses away, nearly level 15. Does he get any interesting talent? 275 glimpse arrival damage. Wow, that's... You can make glimpse just randomly do 300 damage.
Yes.
That's an interesting talent.
But you can also make it last 2 seconds longer, and that's
7 seconds
takes.
static storm. I guess you
That's
can't
what
keep them in kinetic
everybody
field.
takes.
But kinetic field is only 4.4.
Yes, but you get the kinetic field duration.
Oh, right, yes, okay. So 6.4 kinetic field. There's the hook. Super Neurals continuing to find success with the hooks. And I like that Tim has gone for the Aghanims on the Tide. I wondered what his main item would be. And I'm a big fan of Aghanims because it means Gush has a much lower cooldown. Obviously, big AoE. But also, it just helps Naga get her damage off. It's far out.
Axe for the Disruptor as well, being queued up.
Yes, I like the
almost there, really.
I mean, Disruptor
Which is
Axe
another
is...
reason to take the talent, I think.
Oh, yeah. It's probably the most famous axe in the game. Disruptor's one in how game-winning it has the potential to be. Because if you manage to get it on the Ursa, well, he can't BKB, and then you just kill him. Because he can't ultimate as well. I mean, it's a 7-second silence and mute. I mean, what a ridiculous spell. It seems overpowered, too good to be true, but in practice, obviously, it's not always that easy to get off. But still, it's good. Okay, there is the full butterfly. Ursa, as I said, just got the Reaver, still trying to pick up the Satanic, so nowhere near MKB.
Yeah, this is a dangerous point in time for the bear.
Super Noodles runs directly under a ward, and then blinks away, but he has given away their position. Although they can see Nagasiren anyway, revealing the butterfly. Obviously, these illusions also get evasion, so they become very, very difficult to kill for a melee hero like Ursa. I guess Ross can just spell them down. Did he go for this Crypt Swarm cooldown? No, he didn't go for Crypt Swarm cooldown. So Noodles, he's gone in. There's the hook. Actually ends up finding Ross, who immediately has to use himself. Midnight is going down just to the illusions. Look, there's the power of the Diffusal Blade. They've got Ross. A lot of damage to Ross. He has to put the BKB. Drops his ultimate as well and decides, well, I've dropped my ult, so I might as well go in. But he's about to lose his BKB already. So I think he just has to go back, yeah?
Yeah.
BKB used, ultimate used. Not ideal.
Such a nervy engagement there from both sides. No one willing to make the game-losing play.
Yeah, that's true. Dire are slightly ahead at the moment because they have the Aegis. I'm not sure who picked up the Shard.
Pudge did.
Pudge Shard is very, very good. And Queen of Pain already has the Shard. I also think is an excellent Shard. Queen of Pain's one.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It does, yeah, it just adds damage to your blink, and no one can say no to a 1.75 second silence. Psychic Headband. I think Shadow Shaman might be asking for that. A bit of extra cast range. Shiva's Guard. Very nice to get Shiva's Guard on the quad. Now, if the Naga does get the Skadi, but nope, Nagasiren is going for Scythe of Vice. I would have thought a Naga looking for Lockdown would go for Abyssal Blade. That's what I tended to do on Naga. But no, Scythe. Maybe because it's longer to disable? I don't know. I do like it though, because I just love Scythe. But I wonder why Scythe over Abyssal Blade.
Yeah, I would probably go Abyssal on Nagasiren, but...
Yeah, he knows something I don't. But yeah, I like Scythe. Scythe obviously lasts longer and is a longer cast range.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think with the amount of right-clicking you're doing, you might as well take another free stun.
Sure. I mean, Naga is just killing the tower by being about 6,000 units away from it. Nat runs in. Super Noodles has to TP out, which means I think it's time for Dire to leave. Now Nat is trying to build the MKB, but you know he's still got some gold to farm before he picks it up. So
But there's space on the map for him to do it, I think, still. They didn't get any racks or any real high ground pressure, so I think he might be able to get away with getting this before any really nasty engagements happen.
Well, it is looking good also for the Dire, because Jabaitma is about 200 gold away from his Aghanim Scepter.
Oh, that's really scary.
So, yeah, Aghanim Scepter with a 7-second long Static Storm. I mean, imagine Tide Ravage into Static Storm. I mean, that's it. You're not casting any spells. And if you're Nat, you can't Satanic, you can't BKB, you can't Enrage, you can't Overpower. I mean, you can't do anything. They found backwards hello, and they glimpse. They silence the Naga. I mean, Naga is a tanky hero. Look, there's the hook. It's absolutely fine. Juju just goes straight in. They actually managed to find a kill on Midnight. Now Juju will be able to escape because his BKB is still up. This is not looking good for the Dire. Look how much slow they're taking. I would maybe just use the Song of the Siren and run in. Decides not to.
Leave
just
the
a kill on the veteran. Yeah, I think that was a Song opportunity. Oh, they have the glimpse. And that, nothing he can do. He doesn't have his BKB. He's held in place. He drops the Satanic to get rid of the Orchid. He's trying to heal, but Noodles, he jumps in, manages to find Ollie. They actually drop a full Ravage, which is an interesting decision. I guess they thought maybe they could kill Ross, but they couldn't find him. So, I mean, despite that use of overzealous use of Ravage, that's still 4 kills with no losses of their own. Really, really nice play from the Dire.
Yeah, that's a big play. That's at least 1 lane of frags here, probably. Maybe even Megas or game, because the Ursa has no buyback.
No Ursa buyback yet. They've got no glyph on the Radiant side. The glyph is up in 12 seconds, so they'll be able to glyph at least for the next tower. Still waiting for creeps, but obviously Naga, fantastic building pushing hero. No shard on the Tide, so unfortunately can't help with that. But yeah, Naga alone, easy tower push. The funny thing is, you see an ultimate orb on Naga, you're immediately thinking, oh, she's going to Guardi, okay. So that's not actually what happened. Oh, the hook! They've got the hook onto Ross. Ross drops the BKB, immediately ulted by Noodles, but backwards hello obviously can't get to him, so just going to delete Veteran. Veteran actually going to be okay. We do get the Black Hole. Is the Black Hole going to be enough? It's only on Super Noodles, who does die to the magic damage. I'm not sure a Black Hole just for a pudge this late into the game is worth it. At Midnight, he is going to go down. Heal from Veteran is not going to be enough. The fight is raging though. Ross is going in. They get a kill on Ollie. That's Juju. Juju just kiting everyone with the Shadow Strike. Yules to try and keep Death Prophet alive, but... Oh, does he actually Spider Legs away? Oh my god, he is a fast hero.
Wow.
Spider Legs just gone. Bad things Veteran is going to pay the price. Yeah, Nat is here. They actually buy back on Ollie, but Ollie does not have Black Hole. And the Dire team are fast to react. He actually gets a kill on Veteran that far away. I mean, his illusions are on the other side of the map practically. And Jabaitma says goodbye, Ross. Sends him away. Oh no, you're not going to TP away from that. But why didn't he hold him in the shackles? I think he's actually going to be okay. Now he uses the Hex. But backwards hello says goodbye, Midnight. Immediately kills him. So a little bit of an unfortunate misplay there. No courier for backwards hello for 2 minutes, so he can't get his scythe. But here's a level 25 Naga. And 25 Naga has one of the most ridiculous set of level 25 talents in my opinion. 10-second lower cooldown on mirror image, so the uptime is literally more than 100%.
7 minus armor. That's insane.
Yeah.
That almost doubles the minus armor. What are these talents on this hero? That's every single one of those talents is unreal.
Yeah, -7 armor is a lot of armor for a level 25 talent, but 10-second lower cooldown on mirror image I think seems to be even better. And maybe this is why you go Cypher Naga. It gives 9 mana regen, and look at how much Naga's struggling for mana, even with that massive mana pool. He does actually have the Elven Tunic. I didn't spot that. 46% evasion. And Ursa is nowhere near getting the MKB. Not MKB plus buyback anyway. So you're not killing that Naga. 4k HP with 46% evasion. I think it's Dire's game now, finally.
Yeah, that's really, really scary.
Yeah, I mean, just what do you do? He's got a Penta-Edge Sword now, picking up 45 more damage. I forgot it gives 100 attack range for melees. It's a bit weird, but... Imagine that.
It's useful.
Oh.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Becomes like a ranged hero practically. Yeah, it's a tough game for Ursa now. His net worth is fallen even somehow below Ross, despite Ross having less kills. Has Ross out-farmed the Ursa? Ross has 100 more CS. I guess he does have Boots of Travel. He's about to hit 25 of his own. He is playing well, but he's struggling a little bit to survive in these fights. And exactly what I thought happened is happening. The Shadow Strike from Quap is just such a good kiting spell. And it means Radiant just get kited forever. Give smoke, 5-man smoke. Obviously using Kinetic Field to give... Does the Kinetic Field give vision? Or was that a made up?
Yes.
It doesn't give true sight, does it?
No.
There used to be a
that
talent.
used to be a talent, yeah.
Yeah, that's gone. A couple of true sight talents still exist. I know Void Spirit has one.
Well, when the game looks like this, there's one hero you got to turn to, and that's Enigma. This next black hole has to be money, or the game is over.
It's so hard though when there's a Pudge who is no way near his team. Has an E-Blade now, the Pudge, which is a fantastic Pudge item. He goes straight in, finds Ollie, misses the hook at nearly point blank range. Doesn't E-Blade him to use the ult. I don't know. Could have flickered towards him. There's 100 things he could have done. But he decides, no, I'm just going to leave. Anyway, there you go. You've got backpack treads on the Naga. Still moving at 356 move speed. Does have the Aegis. Who took the... was there 3 Aghanims? I didn't see, actually.
Yes, it went to Quap.
Ah, so Quap now has... Quap getting a free Ags. Now, that is nice for Queen of Pain. Also with the
only other option really was the...
Pudge.
The Pudge or the Naga. And
no, Naga's one could have been pretty good.
Yeah,
Juju
I would
just
have liked to see Naga.
Drops the ult, but it doesn't do a lot. It doesn't even one-shot those poor catapults. Naga's illusions still... I mean, look how tanky Naga's illusions are. Nat cannot kill them because they have so much evasion. Look. And Ross, he used Boots of Travel. Now he's back there. And Super Noodles is chasing him. I don't think he's going to kill him. But Naga illusions are practically unkillable. It's Noodles, you're not killing Ross. I mean, you can try. He didn't E-Blade first. Now E-Blades. Okay, it's a strange encounter, but I guess it's because Juju is chasing with a haste rune. Ross is a fast hero, but he's slowed again. Uses the ult to keep himself alive, but I think this is end of the line. Does have BKB. Super Nils has his ultimate again because he's got the shard. Such a low cooldown. There's the hook. Ross is going to escape. Oh no, the ultimate does so much damage. How much damage is it with the spell out? Nearly 900 pure damage. Also has a timeless relic. Pretty good when you got some pure damage. So there you have it. A really big kill on Ross. He does have buyback. I mean, that was started though because Jabatemel found him and sent him back to where he came with the glimpse.
He could have BKB'd the glimpse, but I guess he decided that wasn't worth.
Look at these Naga illusions and how is this fair?
It's not.
Look, Urs is like, I can't kill them. There we go, Tower God. Naga is no way near the fight, just staying in smoke practically. Going for range racks. Yeah, can't do anything about it. There's the Hex on the Ursa. Into Orchid, but there is BKB at the ready. He drops the, oh, there's the ultimate. You ask for the black hole. There's the black hole. This is massive. Is this enough to kill Juju? Nope, Juju actually will escape. There's the Ravage Tim. The Dire were ready with the follow-up backwards. Hello is in absolutely no danger whatsoever because still has the Aegis. And look, Nat, he's just stuck in a basically permanent stance. Can't even drop the BKB because the Jabatemel got the static storm. Jabatemel though will die to Ross. Ross doing a lot of damage. This is the savior of the Radiant as Ross just charges through the Dire team. Will get a kill on Tim. Won't unfortunately get a kill on Juju because Juju will just blink away. But I mean, Ross turned around that team fight, although I think Nat and Ross both had to commit buybacks for that. So even after all of that, I don't think the Radiant are really going to count that as a win. More like we didn't lose yet.
Yeah.
See the fight recap. Radiant did win gold because of that, but it cost them a fair bit with their 2 buybacks. It doesn't even show Ross's buybacks. That takes even more gold away. And Juju actually finds a kill on Midnight yet again. Level 25
he's
quad.
1600 HP, so all of Juju's spells just means goodbye.
Yeah, I mean, when Scream of Pain is hitting 550 as well, I mean, literally a Scream of Pain Sonic Wave and maybe one right click is going to be enough to kill him. Nat's found a telescope for his team. Still desperate to get level 25, but it doesn't matter. Without MKB, he just cannot kill these illusions. He's trying so hard, but alas, he does not have the damage to get through them.
Still like 3k gold off of an MKB.
Well, he doesn't have buyback, so he might as well commit for it. But look, the racks are just dying, and Backwards Hello is happy to take the game as slowly as need be. Just Manta, plus the 15-second cooldown mirror image. Then they're going in again. You've lost your... I mean, how depressing is that? Naga is standing about 2,000 units away, and it doesn't matter, because you can't get it. You can't kill the illusions.
Excuse me.
And they're just going to repeat this until the base is dead. Radiant somehow have to go outside the base, but then Naga says,
Yeah,
right, I'm taking your top lane. They ping it, but Ollie's like, what can I do? Black hole the illusions? I mean, there you go. That's another set of racks. Ollie actually denied the racks, which I think is quite funny. Very well timing when it was an Enigma against Naga Siren illusions, but...
Yes, indeed.
And then more illusions. I don't think Dire need to play this safe. Oh, it doesn't quite connect on Ross. I mean, they're about to take the rack. I think Dire can just go in. I guess they're waiting for Ravage. It's up literally just now.
They're just saying, well, if we can get the Megas before we go in, then we can get Megas and go in.
That's true. Ross randomly TP back to base, then got glimpsed back into the fight. He's now basically stuck in endless kinetic. Has he got permanent uptime kinetic fields? He does. Because he's got the spell prison.
Yes.
The Glimmer. Imagine not having detection 44 minutes into the game. Debate was actually okay, gets hooked away, but look, we've gone in. Ollie with the black hole, but doesn't matter because backwards low's already found a kill. There's a Ravage from Tim. Refresher from Ollie, but he doesn't have enough mana to black hole again anyway. And the hook goes through him because backwards
he dies.
He could not escape. He used the Song of the Siren, tried to TP out, but they somehow had enough damage because, of course, when Ross is asleep, his exorcisms don't care. The ghosts sleep for nobody. And nice use of the Howl, but actually Tim does manage to blink away. He should turn around and use the Gush, but it doesn't matter. And that is eventually going to find him. He's also being chased by one lone Tombstone zombie. Nice hook from Noodles, trying to keep Debate alive. I thought it looked good for the Dire. They already had one kill, but the black hole, single black hole, actually was enough. Plus, Ross is literally the savior of the Radiant team. The damage is in the team fight. They're going to drop a second black hole just to kill a Pudge, but never mind. Then they come in, and I don't think that's worth it. Because even though Ross got a kill, but can Juju fight this? Why is the Death Prophet ridiculously tanky?
Because they didn't build a Skadi.
They have a Shivas.
They now they're looking back for the Skadi.
Debate Mail did the funniest thing. He just decided that he would keep Ross infinitely in kinetic field. So Ross actually had to BKB out of a static kinetic field. I mean, yeah, what a good fight from the Radiant, though. The fact that they managed to kill backwards hello because their Exorcism does so much damage. Didn't even take the Exorcism Spirit talent either.
They have a Quickening Charm on the Radiant, but the Enigma doesn't seem to want it. Valuing the Telescope instead, which I don't think is great. I mean, why doesn't the Shaman...
yeah.
Yeah, give the Shaman the Telescope so that and then you'd still be gaining that buff from the aura anyway.
Which is what, 110
surely,
now? Yeah.
This Enigma is the only reason you managed to do well on those two fights, I think. Those black holes on both mid laner and safe laner and 2 fights in a row now.
This is a very, very spicy game. So it's, if you look at the gold graph, it's been pretty much even all the way to 30 minutes. Dire have now obviously created a massive lead. There's only one lane of racks left. Although the Radiant showed that with Death Prophet, they can win a team fight as well as the Black Hole. But I'd still say it's not looking good for Radiant because look at Dire's base, completely intact apart from some random bit of damage here and there. They've got tier 2 tower up and they've only got one more racks left to take.
Mort's Exorcism can push pretty fast though, so I think it's still a scary situation, but I mean, you have to get through this Naga buyback, although as I say that, the Naga doesn't actually have buyback at this moment because she bought the Skadi out and sold the boots. But she'll have it in a sec.
I would like to know what the cooldown of Spirit Siphon actually is. Looks like we've got a bit of a fight going on. Debate Mel, he gets forced off. Look at the range of the shackles. Backslow's gone in, going hard on the Ursa. The Ollie with the refresher, but they hook Ollie, but he doesn't care. He keeps channeling the black hole anyway. And backwards hello, jumps his ult, but it's too late. He's dead. No buyback, like you said. Tim has no buyback.
Oh my god.
This is, like you said,
are you serious?
No buyback. I mean, 3 kills. How have Radiant done this? I mean, it was too much of the fight to catch at the same time, but you said it was all up to the Enigma. This low-level Enigma who doesn't care, has the refresher, double ult on the Naga, and that's that. They can kill Naga.
That was just the one ult, actually. Ollie was very smart there. He had about 20 seconds left on the Black Hole cooldown, but he had his refresher orb up, and he said, it doesn't matter, I have to use the refresher to save my Ursa and win the fight. And he just used it straight away, and his Ursa won the fight because of it. So, really
that is
good play from Ollie.
That is
the
fantastic.
Opposite of patience, and it works exactly as it should.
I mean, Midnight Pulse plus Black Hole. I mean, Black Hole itself is 800 pure damage, and then Midnight Pulse is 7% per second. When you've also got an Ursa just smacking you down with the MKB this time, so it actually can hit the Naga. Yeah, I mean, obviously any hero in Black Hole being pounded on by an Ursa is going to die. Now there's a Roche. This Roche has pretty much the game-winning Roche. Yeah, you've got Ags for Ursa, which is, you know, fantastic. Of course, it means if he gets hooked by the Pudge or something. But Ollie also is going to claim a refresher shard.
They honestly might give that to the Naga Siren, the Death Prophet for double Exo as well. I could see that that one being passed around.
I thought about it, yeah. Also, double Shadow Shaman Mass Serpent Woods is quite funny to drop in the middle of their base. But Enigma has taken it. Enigma also has taken the Agnums because he's been doing great ultimates. So that's
wow.
20% pure
I don't
damage.
agree with that as much. I think that's more important for the Ursa to have. He can purge off some very big stuns like Ravage and
yeah, I agree.
Pudge ults. I think the Ursa should really have that, but that's okay.
Well,
we'll see what happens.
It's all in on the Black Hole now. Because Black Hole now does 20% of your maximum HP.
Yes.
On top, and with Refresher, that's 40%. And with Refresher and Refresher Shard, that's 60%. I mean,
and they go
triple
for
Black
it.
Hole. I mean, this is amazing for the Radiant. They're only 10k gold behind, despite being 30k gold behind, nearly losing their racks. They couldn't stop the Naga. And goodbye the tower. I mean, Ross says, yeah, I'm strong. I've got a Scythe.
Naga Siren's not interested.
No? Where is the Naga Siren? Fighting the bot lane? I mean, they're gonna have to sack the racks then. There's Glimpse. Nat drops the BKB and they say, look, we're out of there. As quickly as we can. We're gone.
I think that's they basically committed an exorcism that's up again in 70 seconds. And Shaman Wards that are also up in 70 seconds. That's pretty good. They didn't have to use either of their Black Holes or their Aegis.
They do have to go
I don't know what the Naga was thinking.
But Naga thought, that's right, I'm going to push the... But did Ollie really buy a Dagon?
Yes.
Is that so he can, after he's done his great Black Hole, he can throw 400 magic damage out with the Dagon, just in case that's not enough? I mean, I would have liked to have... I don't even know. A Scythe? Yeah. Or...
Shivas is probably decent as well.
I was actually about to recommend a Necro book, but then I realized...
Well, they already have a Shivas.
Doesn't exist, yeah. I mean, for anything that can push out, I mean, this is a ridiculous game. I can't believe the Radiant have managed to hold on. And it looks like our first in-house today is going the full way. 60 minutes yet again.
Love it.
I mean, this is the epitome of never give up. Those ridiculous team fights that can happen. And what's the gold difference now? Only 8%. This is what we've got to remember, and this is why I like the new gold graph, because you see 9k, 10k net worth, but at 51 minutes, it's only an 8% difference,
percentage,
and you don't care. Whereas in the early game, it would be like 30%, and that obviously would be more important. So there we go. Have a look at the player levels. We've got one hero nearly level 30, and that is Ross. That means he gets 8 more Exorcism Spirits. That's incredible. And Queen Pain for the Dire is the highest level, who gets 2 seconds less blink cooldown, which I think is one of the least impressive talents. Especially
Ollie has the cheap as well now. He's taking 3/4 of the Roche earnings just for himself.
His net worth went so high. Actually overtaken Nat thanks to that. Well, Ollie, the hero of the Radiant team, but it's not over yet. Remember, if Radiant lose a fight, I mean, that's it, base gone. There's one.
Yep, they do have buybacks though. They do have buybacks up again now, so they can afford to die without just instantly losing. Whereas they were in a position earlier where if they died, they instantly lost. And maybe you're right in terms of earlier when they were playing very passive and trying to chip at the racks. Maybe they should have gone all in.
Yeah, I think so. But remember, Tide has Refresher as well. Double Ravage is 5.6 seconds, but if you get the talent, it becomes 7.6 seconds.
Yeah, and that's where I think that Ursa shot again could have been very nice.
Yeah, break up the Ravage. Oh, no, they've got the stun on Tim. They just immediately drop someone's time. This is good timing, because usually they use it a bit too late when the BKBs are up. So, going to disengage, 80-second cooldown. Might as well use it. Tim is going to be fine. Tim needs to find that 25, because a second extra Ravage. Yeah, I can't keep getting over how correct you are about the Aghanims on the Ursa, because if there's going to be a double Ravage, well, you just immediately ult the first one. The second one you don't care about.
You've got a BKB ready.
Or you'll
just
be in range. Yeah.
Resist, well, it's still quite a long stun because it's only 50% status resistance, but
yeah, well, under 2
whichever
seconds.
way you choose to do it, it's fine. I think. Whereas,
yeah, you can make it more status.
Maybe he's thinking more along the lines of the disruptor ult will hurt me and stop me using it anyway. Maybe that's the consideration. I can't BKB if I get caught by disruptor. I can't ult if I get caught by disruptor. There's no point me having it. But I think there's other really valuable BKB piercing stuns as well. So maybe that was the argument that was made. I could see that.
I'm going to be really upset with Ollie if he doesn't Dagon before he ults, because it's obviously instant cast. Because then when he refreshes, there'll be a Dagon ready again. So he can double Dagon. Obviously, Dagon costs quite a lot of mana, so maybe actually he can't do that.
I'm not sure he can afford 3 ults and 3 Dagons
He
and
needs
3
arcane
Midnight
boots,
Pulses.
this guy. He can barely cast 2 Black Holes and Refresher. Literally, he can't cast all his spells.
Yeah, I think Dagon's not it. Maybe Octarine was probably a better spell.
Refresher.
A better
He
item.
needs arcane boots. He cannot use all of his spells. He just can't. He needs the mana. Oh no, the smoke. It gets immediately countered by Super Noodles, but I think he's going to go straight down. Big ultimate from Juju. Look at the damage it did. Then they use the Nagasari ult that will keep Noodles alive. What's going to happen now? Backwards low is in. Oh, we've got the fantastic ultimate. That Ollie cannot use any of his items. Out comes the Ravage. This is Dire's turn to say, now we're serious about team fighting. Now we've got the ultimate on keeping that alive. The Wind Waker from Ross trying to keep that alive. Is it going to be enough? The Black Hole. It catches backwards hello. Is it going to be enough? Ollie can just drop another one if he needs to. Immediately uses one, even though Blackwards hello is on about 5 HP. But he says, I don't care. It's Refresher. I still have Refresher Shard as well. And do you see Ross saved Ursa with the Wind Waker? What an
really
item
nice.
Wind Waker
really
is.
Nice.
And then that goes in, finds a kill. I'm amazed. I thought that was a Radiant team fight wipe. And then they come back and
but
they kill everyone.
That's the Enigma buyback. So win condition now. Kill Enigma.
That's true, but
if Ollie's smart about this, he knows what to do.
Ollie, yeah, you said Ollie did have to buy. Ollie did have to buy back for that. But I mean, the gold lead is completely evaporating. Look at it now, 3,000 only. Ultimate used by Queen of Pain. Did I just hear Refresher? No, Refresher on Ollie used. Refresher Shard used. Unfortunately, Refresher Shard does not refresh Refresher Orb. So
I don't think that's unfortunate. I think that's
that
a
is very
balanced game
fortunate.
decision.
Yeah. Okay, maybe you're correct. But it means that he does have Black Harp again despite using 2. I think they should know that. Time to kill Ollie. Time to kill Ollie.
Again.
But they've got the stats. Yeah, of course, you just run in with Song of the Siren, and this is a good chance to kill. Oh, you said that was the win condition. Is he going to be able to get the E-Blade? Is the E-Blade enough? No, he's still going to go down backwards. Oh, he's just chopping that to pieces. That does manage to get his ultimate off. But they drop another static sword. He's got Refresher on. How many Refreshers are in this game? About 20. And the Veteran is unfortunately going to go down. He had the E-Blade. But Ross may find a kill on Super Noodles. He does. You know, he's got backwards hello to deal with. He uses the Wind Waker to just dodge himself away. He is so mobile. Level 30. Okay, not looking good now for the Radiant. I want to see how many Refresher Orbs there actually. Oh no, can they find him? Can they find him, Ross? Was he too greedy? He gets netted. Wind Waker again.
He's fine.
And then he goes. He does also have Spiked Lens. I don't think you're catching this guy ever. 550 move speed, almost permanently uptime. He's got Boots of Travel too. But
that's 10 seconds of time bought.
But the Dire.
Now he's going for the wave.
Let's have a look at the Refresher Orbs. I just want to see how many there are. Oh, there's 3. 3 Refresher Orbs this game. More than we usually have in a game, I think. Oh no, what's happened? He's Wind Wakering away.
It's pretty tricky.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. Boots of Travel straight now, and he goes down. He does have buyback.
He has 10k gold!
Yes, so which means he buys back.
On Juju as well.
Juju? Oh yeah, it's 11,000.
11k gold!
What, I mean, what's he going to buy? A Moon Shard? I suppose. And Boots of Travel too? Oh no, they've gone in. They've got such a good combo because they just dropped the Static Storm and then Ross can't use a single one of his items. And we're going to drop the ult immediately. Look at that double Ravage. They're just going to put absolutely everything because it was 2 versus 5. Finally, it's GG. But what a valiant effort from the Radiant. They fought tooth and nail to stay in this game. But alas, in the end, Dire were too strong.
I think they realised they could just Disruptor, and then that was it. Once they realised they could just Naga ult blink, she had a blink at the end as well, so they could just use that combo, and then there's just no way of saving whoever that combo is being used on. It's not really possible because the Static Storm AoE talent means that even the Wind Waker is probably out of cast range for the save.
I think they could have done that a lot earlier in the game because they saw in the late game, wait a second, this is a free team fight win. Nagasai runs in, and Jabate just goes, well, I've now got the ult that makes them not able to use a single item, and how can you always stay far enough away from a Nagasaren? You can't. She just ults and just charges in at about 500 move speed. Yeah, eventually the Dire team fight was as good as the Radiant, and they managed to get those big team fights. It just came down to whoever's team fights were better. But I also find it funny that Tim didn't manage a single kill all game. He still won.
Nice.
But well done. But yeah, just an excellent game. I wasn't sure about Ollie's Dagon, but you know he did nearly save the game. So credit where credit is.
I think Ollie made some really good plays, but some really poor decisions. His item choice not great, and I think at the end he just has to He doesn't need to be stood anywhere near the high ground for that play to be. As soon as he shows, they went with the ult, and they got him in that kinetic field thing combo. If he's in the trees way further back, not giving an inch of space, that's the only way they can do that.
Yeah, I think he had to do that because, like you said, find the Enigma, kill the Enigma. Okay, team fight won.
It's just a case of, I understand their win condition is kill me.
Yes,
so
exactly. And amazing, Queen of Pain actually ended up higher on net worth by quite some margin than anybody else. Like, the last 15 minutes of the game, just gone. Anyway,
that free ags did a lot for her in terms of farming.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Cool. Well, let's head to